Hi friends! This is part 2 of our road trip from Toronto to British Columbia. In part 1, we left off in Horseshoe Bay, where we boarded the Queen of Qualicum for our ride to Nanaimo in Vancouver Island. We explored the island for 10 days. Here are a few of the places we visited. Rathtrevor Beach has 5 kilometers of beachfront, and at low tide, it's almost 1 kilometer back from the shoreline. Englishman River Falls is on the Englishman River, just north of Nanaimo. And down the same river, in Parksville, there's Top Bridge, a suspension bridge spanning the Englishman River. Qualicum Beach is a charming little town just north of Parksville. We spent a couple of nights at this beach.
That's for sure.
We visited the Heritage Forest, which is 50 acres of rare remnant old growth forest. This is Little Qualicum Falls Park, which features this lovely waterfall. There was a lot of cloud and rain on Vancouver Island, so when the sun peeked out, we always took the opportunity to charge up our batteries. We rode the bike trail at Miracle Beach Provincial Park, and then found another waterfall at Elk Falls Provincial Park. This park had a very long and a little bit scary suspension bridge as well. This spot was our overnight stay in the town of Campbell River. The next morning, we rode our bike along the water and had a special treat every few minutes. There were beautiful carvings all over town. Here we are in Port Alberni, riding our bikes again. We followed the Kitsuksis Creek Trail and stumbled upon this lovely little waterfall. After Port Alberni, we drove through the mountains, heading to Tofino on the west side of the island. Right on the side of the road, we found these amazing rapids. This is a tribal park, which means it's managed by the indigenous people in the area. Truly a beautiful spot. The main attraction in the Tofino area is Pacific Rim National Park. It was raining for most of our stay in this area, but we still got out and about in between the light showers. Here are a few of the places we visited within the park. Radar Hill is the site of a radar station during World War II and provides an almost 360-degree view of the Pacific Rim region. This area is known as Incinerator Rock. It got its name during World War II when the garbage from the military base was brought here to be burned. Today, Long Beach is very popular with tourists and especially the surfers. One of the highlights of visiting Vancouver Island was walking through the rainforests. This one in Pacific Rim Park was a boardwalk winding through red cedar trees, hemlock trees, and hanging gardens of moss. It was so beautiful. After exploring the Pacific Rim National Park, we headed to Ucluelet to see the Amphitrite Lighthouse. It was built like a bunker to withstand the brutal force of the Pacific Ocean. There were trails along the cliffs on both sides with lovely viewpoints of the lighthouse. Our next stop was Victoria, located on the southern end of Vancouver Island. We headed down to Beacon Hill Park and rode our bikes along the Great Trail. "20 minutes north of Victoria is Sidney by the Sea. It's a pretty town located on the shores of Salish Sea. And then we drove back through the mountains and headed back to Nanaimo. Nanaimo is the city that the ferry brought us to 10 days ago. We left quickly on that first day, so on the last day we took some time to explore. After that, we headed to the ferry terminal to get back to the mainland. In our next and final part of our trip, we passed through the Canadian Rockies and then back home to Ontario. Thanks for watching!